For you, Libras, you have the Ten of Wands, the Magician, and the Hangman. So you Libras feel like you've been getting, you Libras have been walking away from people who are not serious about getting to know you. And you want to reinvent yourselves because you Libras feel like you've been getting a bad rep, right? For not necessarily being trustworthy. Or this is what it is that people have been projecting onto you. So now a lot of you Libras are like, you're trying to reinvent yourselves. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. You're not necessarily perfect, even though you'd like to be, but you're not necessarily perfect. And a lot of you Libras know that. And you Libras are developing yourself internally and trying to figure out like, okay, how are the ways that you can do better? What can you do better, right? And one of the things that a lot of you Libras are really learning to do better is, again, Seven of Pentacles, to be more particular about who it is that you give who it is that you offer value to. Because like it is, I've said in many a times, air signs have weak crews. And what I mean by that is you Libras will offer love and attention and tender love and care to people who don't have your back like that, but will ignore people who do have your back. It is what it is. So a lot of you Libras are learning to not do that, to actually flip it. Care for people who care for you and leave all of the weirdos behind. All the people that just accept stuff and don't really give back. Leave those goofy people behind. So now the Seven of Cups represents, right? And all the people very much so who are, they do certain things that are grimy. Now the Seven of Cups represents you Libras now also understanding that it's not necessarily about the quantity or how many people you're talking to. It's about the quality, right? Does this person legitimately care about you, and do they have your best interest in mind? And that's what it is that you Libras are looking to do. You Libras are looking to create stronger crews. You want to have stronger bonds with people who actually mean you well, as opposed to doing all this ripping and running around and bending over backwards for people who don't really have your best interest in mind like that. So now the Three of Swords is about how, since that's the case, a lot of people are going to be, who didn't have your back, they're going to be surprised, to say the least, at your change, because the Three of Swords represents they expect you to have their back, using you. And you Libras are not going to be there to have their back, because you Libras are looking to reinvent yourselves. You're looking to change your circumstance. You Libras are looking to make sure that reputation of air signs needing to revise the people that are around them, that they call their friends, that they call their romantic interests, that they call their family members and stuff like this. You're taking that more seriously now, paying attention to their value and swapping them out. If they're weak, then doing what's necessary to get them away from you, i.e. excommunicating them. And the High Priestess represents a lot of people are going to be up in their bag with this. They're going to be emotional about this, because to you, or I should say to them, you were supposed to be their mule. You were supposed to be the person for them that was supposed to be their mule, right? And in the Chinese zodiac sign, if I'm not mistaken, Libra represents the mule, or more, as more people know it, I could be wrong, but the donkey, right? The donkey, where people who take advantage of you will look at you and be like, okay, here you Libras are, right? They won't really have your best interest in mind, but you'll offer the world to them, and they'll just use you, and whenever it is that you Libras are down, they won't be there for you, and you Libras will come back and forgive them. The Five of Swords, the Five of Swords, however, represents that's not necessarily how it works, though, because you Libras are learning from your lessons and leaving them alone. But the thing is, the Fool, this is how it is that they look at you. They look at you like somebody that's going to come back to them immediately because you're worthless without them. So you Libras are surrounded by people that don't really have your best interest in mind, that you are going to have to legitimately kind of look through thoroughly and decide if those are the type of people that you really want to have around you. And if not, you Libras are going to have to excommunicate them, because you can't have people around you who are acting like this. And this is probably part of the reason why a lot of you Libras have it so difficult in love in the first place. All of that jealousy and them trying to break you and to make you feel and to break your potential is why part of the reason why it is that you do not have it a little bit easier when it comes to love in the first place. Because as Libras, y'all are supposed to establish peace here on earth, but that's your responsibility. But a lot of times it's ironic because a lot of you Libras be in a battle with somebody, right? So let's clarify the Hanged Man. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a situation for you where the next thing for you to do is to understand that you Libras, you're supposed to wait, but you're supposed to also bring value to, stop bringing value to people who are like this, sitting around waiting on you to show them love when they probably don't even love themselves, because you're preaching to the choir. The Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is about how it is that for you. So now, give to people that, again, Six of Pentacles, give to you. Look at how this person, it has the Libra scales, ironically, in the card, and is offering tangibles to them, reciprocating, like, okay, you know, be with somebody, have a partner that sees that you're putting in work, and they're like, okay, let me go ahead and put in work too, without having to attach a dollar amount or keep score. Okay, let me go ahead and put in work too, without necessarily expecting something in return. So, but it also shows you have to be patient when it comes to getting to know people, because you have to take time out to really pay attention to who are your friends, because just hanging around them just because you've known them for a long time, people change over the years. So let's clarify the Fool. Eight of Wands, Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Star card, right? Because the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands is all about you now beginning this new journey where you Libras understand you need to have self-worth and self-value. It's not always about everybody else and what it is that you do for everybody else. It's about what it is that sometimes people do for you, and are they doing it out of the kindness of their heart, or do they need always some form of compensation in order for them to do it? The Knight of Wands and the Star card is about, so just pay attention and pay attention. Are people enthusiastic? Do they still want to put in an effort? Are they putting in effort? Pay attention to the quality of the effort, not the effort itself. Well, yes, the effort too, but also the quality of the effort. Are they being thoughtful and considering you, and how well do they know you when they make an effort to actually show you that they understand you, and that they actually care about you, and they actually want to get to know you even on that deeper level, whether it's relationships, whether it's family, whether it's friends. If they're not willing to do that, then you have to leave them alone. Oh, comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.